So this is for the guys here. I was wondering, have you guys ever been in love? Has a woman disrespected you, cheated on you, like treated you like crap, and just trampled all over you? This is for those guys. This video is gonna be for those guys. The ones that have been trampled over by a female, and maybe it can apply to females too. I think that a lot of this can apply to females too. Have been trampled over, or ghosted by a guy. It applies to everyone. I'm just gonna jump into it right now, but like my first idea as to how to get over this, I'm gonna teach you guys how to get over this. That's the point of this video. That's like the thesis of this video. So basically, you gotta wake up early. So wake up on time and wake up on early every day. That'll start your day off right. If you oversleep, you'll be sleepy all day. You gotta wake up early, like right around 6 o'clock in the morning. If you sleep at 10, wake up at 6. If you wake up at 5, that's fine too. But I slept at 12 last night, and I woke up at around 6 or 5-ish. So I was good for the day, even though I slept like, 5-6 hours. So wake up early. That starts your day off right. And then you become positive. If you're too tired, you can sleep a little bit more, but try to wake up early. That's good for you. And focus on positivity. Don't be negative. Don't listen to sad songs. Listen to motivational stuff, and also listen to motivational music. Don't listen to lovey-dovey songs. I fell into that trap several times throughout my time as a guy that liked someone and they didn't like me back. I would listen to lovey-dovey songs, and I'd be hoping to get that girl back, but it's just never going to happen. Once they make up their minds, it never happens. I guarantee you, they'll never come back in your life. I guarantee you. I could bet you $100 they'll never come back to your life. Unless they want something from you. And that's never the case, usually. Unless you have like a lot of money and you're very prestigious, they'll come back to you. But like if you're like me, anything like me, they ain't coming back. They don't give a damn about you in the first place. So there's that. And also have fun. Just have fun. Try to focus on the fun aspect of life. I'm just trying to help people, bros, that are trying to get over sadness over their girls, right? I know how it is, and I feel like I've gotten great success following this strategy. Just having fun, hanging out with my bros. But when you hang out with your bros, don't talk about the girl in question. When you hang out with your bros, you know why? Because bros will always screw it up. Either you'll have a falling out and they tell the girl everything that you told them, or for fun they'll try to hook up with the girl just to make you feel bad. There's some bros hiding in the dark there. Maybe some bros are like some really bad people. Those guys will screw you up. So don't listen to the bros. Don't talk to them. They usually give shit advice. Listen to yourself. Because those bros will screw it up. Trust me, I've done that before. I told a bro about a girl, one of my friends, and he really screwed it up. So just leaving that out there, usually they like to listen and screw things up in the background. So don't trust your bros. Listen to a lot of motivational stuff. Listen to motivational music. This is a personal progress. You're not going to gain it by telling everyone you meet. This is personal progress. You got to keep it to yourself. You got to fight it yourself. This is for you to fight, not for others to throw it on. People don't like listening anyways. People don't listen. They just don't. They just find certain key points in your argument and then figure out, well, how could I make that better? And they don't. They don't make it better. They just make it worse. They make it worse every time. They think, oh, well, we'll just troll the girl back and we'll screw her over that way. But that never works, because then the girl starts hating you even more, and then you lose respect. The girl loses respect for you. And that's not good. So basically that leads me into my next point, and that's basically saying be respectful for the girl's needs. Maybe she doesn't want to be with you and you don't meet her expectations. Or maybe she doesn't meet your expectations. It could be either way. Maybe she wants a guy that's like, like a strong man, big muscular body, or even wimpy body, like a dad bod, or anything. She could want anything that she doesn't see in you, and that's her needs. You gotta respect that. You understand? You can't rush this shit. You can't. You gotta really be respectful of her needs. I recommend going for girls that are not chosen that much by people. Like the outcast type of girls, like they're not really that popular. I'm not saying outcast, but like, the girls that aren't that popular. That's your best bet. Usually they're not the best looking, but they still have kind hearts. And that's all that matters to me. Really, I don't care if you're a good, you have to be a good girl to be with me. I'm not going out with a hoe. Honestly, I'll tell you that. I'm not going out with a hoe. That's just me. I want to be with a good girl that take care of the family and everything and be respectful to my parents. That's the type of girl I want. That's just me. But I don't know what you guys want and what your needs are. So don't be needy. Don't be needy. Don't turn evil. Basically, don't turn evil. Don't turn into the villain. Don't get your villain arc on. You don't want to be the villain. Because if you become the villain, you lose respect of everyone. And you got no one then. You really got no one. Try to find a higher power to connect to. Like Jesus or, Shivji or, the sick book scriptures. The Guru Granth Sahib. You could try reading that. You could try learning about it, Find higher powers to connect to. And also, lastly, I like to add this point. Love everyone and be grateful for what you have. You know why? Because the whole time you've been crying about that one thing, that one girl that got away, man, you've been missing out on tons of shit that's been happening to you lately. And, you might not ever get that moment again. Maybe you got a new dog, your family got a new dog for you, because your parents care about you. They care about your sadness. They're like, oh, we'll just get a dog for you. Or they take you out to vacation and you're still moping about that. That's happened to me before. I've been moping about a stupid girl while my parents took me out to vacation, and I just ruined that whole vacation. I told them, oh, I gotta go home. I'm sad. I gotta go home. And I just ruined a perfectly good vacation to fucking an area where there's a bunch of rides and shit, right? So that's not good. It's not good. It's not. Moping about something that you can't have is not the best way to go for 40 years of your life. I've been through 20 years of that shit. Not good. Not good at all. 10 years of that shit, actually. 10 years, not 20. I am 20 something. So 10 years for me. I've been moping about some girl for 10 years. Literally 10 years. And now I figure out how to deal with it. Because I thought, this is destroying me. It's not good for me. It's not good for my health. Don't do that. You don't want to be me. You don't want to be that guy. Trust me, I have experience with this. The bitches don't care either. They really don't. They could give less of a fuck if you're out there dying or struggling. They don't give a shit. They won't give a shit, man. You got to take care of yourself. You got to be the advocate for yourself. You got to care about yourself. They don't care. You got to care for yourself. No one's going to help you. No guy or woman in knight in shining armor is going to come over and pull you out of that. You got to pull your ass out of that. Just be grateful for what you have. God gave you a lot of things if you believe in a higher power. God gave you everything you could ever ask for. You can go to movie theaters with your bro or sister. You can go to the gym with your bro and sister. Just do whatever you want. The whole world's open to you. You're living in a first world country, and there's so many beautiful things here. So many things to be grateful for here, and we take it all for granted. You won't get that stuff in India. You won't get all that pleasures in India, and there's still people happy in India. They're happy because that's they're fine with that. They're content. Even people in India are happy, even though they're poor and struggling. They still have the grace and beauty in them. So why can't you? You're living in a first world country and you're depressed? You shouldn't be. You should be happy. It's a wonderful thing to have a nice country to take care of you. So many loving people working in the hospitals. So many nice, kind doctors around here. So many good police officers and everything. The community loves you. Why would you give yourself up for one girl? You gotta love everyone. You gotta love, and it's hard to understand that, but when you get old, you'll realize that people love you. She's just one girl in like a ocean of like a million girls. You gotta stop moping over one girl. You gotta get over it. I learned that the hard way. I learned, okay, well, I didn't give a shit after after realizing this. I stopped giving a shit about that girl, and I realized how much weight just dropped off my shoulders. So it's good. Just take care of yourself. All right, bye. That's all I'm gonna talk about. So bye, guys.